Problems. Speaking of problems, Liverpool lost again. Fans of I love how their fans are blaming Pep Linders. That's my favorite bit of all. They're blaming Pep Linders like he's in charge, not Klopp. But they've done a weird deal today, or been spoken about that they're going to buy Mateus Nunez of Wolves for 50 to 55 million pound this summer, when they could have got him for 30 million pound in the summer of 2022. So they're not buying him now when they need him. They're going to wait until the summer, and they're going to pay 20 million pound more than they could have got him for less than a year ago. What are you saying about Liverpool right now? Because they feel like they're in a bit of a mess, bruv.
No, they are in a mess. They're dusted. They've had their golden period, Premier League era, with one title. That's it. One title. A cup, Champions League, and a few cups. Well done. Yeah, Van Dijk's finished. I said this months ago, and I like Van Dijk, but that injury's finished him. He ain't got no pace anymore. Yeah, he just looks like a finished footballer. Like every time you watch him now, he just looks finished. Fabinho looks finished. Didn't even get started for Liverpool, really. Yeah, then you've got Mohamed Salah. Well, I think Liverpool are going to come back. That's going to come back to haunt them, that contract, mate. That's for sure. Yeah, because he ain't the Mohamed Salah he was 2 years ago. Yeah, Darwin Nunez, one of the biggest flops we're going to see in the Premier League. How are they getting money for him? Because nobody's going to pay half of what they paid for him. Then you look at some of their other players.
Let me just delve into that. You think Darwin's going to be a flop? How come?
He already is. He already is. 80 million, Terry. And don't you think it's funny as well? The two clubs that have spent out on a striker in City and Liverpool and tried to slightly change the way they play are not looking as good. Bit weird, isn't it? Yeah, but what do I know?
I get
but
that.
yeah, if you look at Liverpool, Robertson's 28, coming up 29 in a couple of months. Van Dijk's in his 30s. Milner's 37. Oxlade-Chamberlain's 30. Like all of their team are like touching 30, Terry. That club is finished. It is done. Yeah, they may or may not get top four. Yeah, but they ain't going to compete for a title again in the next 5-10 years. No chance.
Wallahi, they're finished.
Don't even. You're a joke. I knew you was going to say something sarcastic as well. Right, but they're done. They're done. They're absolutely done.
I would say this. I think there's an element, but they're going to get new owners. So I'm not going to say they're dumb. On Darwin Nunez, though, like I am kind of glad right now Man United didn't buy him, because if he was missing these chances for us, he'd be getting cooked. I think he's being protected hugely by the mainstream media. You know, Captain Chaos. He's in the right positions. He's working hard. And I agree with elements of what they're saying. But I don't think we can call him a flop just yet, because he's been here 6 months. I think he has scored like 9 goals. And don't you think those goals are going to start to come from him? Like he's in the right positions. Eventually, he's going to start putting his away.
Let me stop you right there, yeah? Let me stop you right there. You're right what you said about the media. Yeah, because most of these media lovies are Liverpool fans. Anyway, and they're always going to protect a Liverpool player. But when you're saying he scored 9 goals, blah, 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 Terry, it's not about how many goals he's scored. And it's not about being in the right places and he's missing like 20 chances so far this season or whatever. Yeah, the fact is, he just ain't got it. Like, it's all well and good stat padding in Portugal and everyone getting gassed like, oh, we're signing Darwin Nunez. I remember we were linked to him. Yeah, and all I kept seeing in my chat every day was Darwin Nunez. So I don't even want him. Like, you lot make it unbearable. Like, the same with Mudryk. We'll come to that in a bit. I'll give you my thoughts in a bit on that. But these people make certain players, it's just to the point where you're just like, nah. It's the same with Cody Gakpo. There's another player they've signed. He'll flop. 100% that geezer's going to flop. Yeah, because the way people have hyped him up, it's like he's the second coming of Leo Messi. Yeah, nobody watches Dutch league football, Terry. Yes, they may watch a few Champions League games and the odd Dutch game in the World Cup. You have not watched the player long enough consistently to know whether he's a top player. And even if he is a top player in a different league, that league is finished. It's crap. It's dusted. Yeah, that is not a good league, that Dutch league. So then when you're trying to put him into a struggling Liverpool team and thinking he's going to be the star, well, sorry, Liverpool fans, you're deluded. Yeah, I remember when Diaz came. They were gassing him up. Like, oh, he's going to be amazing. And yeah, he scored a couple of great goals. Whoopee. Yeah, another one that will flop. Yeah, because that football club doesn't know its arse from its elbow, Terry. Yeah, they're going out there buying attackers. They need midfielders and defenders. And all they keep doing is buying attackers. And so what are you going to do? Win 5-4 every week? Like, they're not good enough anymore. And the problem is they've got no direction whatsoever. The ownership of that football club is a disgrace. Yeah. In the sense of what football fans want, what Liverpool fans want. They want somebody to throw money left, right, and centre. In terms of a business, they've smashed it because they bought it for peanuts and they're going to sell it for a fortune. Yeah. And that is what they are. They're just fixers. They'll go in and fix a failing business and make it decent and flog it. They ain't going to sit there and keep throwing money at it, because then it might start losing money and then they're back to where they were when they bought it. So they're in, get their money and leave. Now what they've got to hope, Liverpool, is that an owner comes in and starts throwing money at it. How many people can afford to buy Liverpool? There's not many people on the planet, Terry. Yeah, and then you've got to find one that has the money, wants to buy it, and wants to throw money at it. And all these Liverpool fans that are going, oh, yeah, well, we're going to get new owners. Well, didn't Chelsea say that? Now show me a Chelsea fan that's happy.
Yeah, but I think Chelsea fans are just not seeing, and we are going to move on to Chelsea later, but I think Chelsea are doing a lot of good business. I think they're doing a lot of good business. Yes, they're struggling right now because you're just talking about 3 or 4 managers worth of players, a big change of regime. Their sale didn't happen like Liverpool's did. I don't think Liverpool got bad owners. They've just got owners that are limited in the sense, as you say, of what they're going to spend. But I don't know, Gakpo being a flop. You think like, because I mean, I know you're not a fan of Mo Salah either. So where do you like rate their attacking 4 or 5 now? Salah, Gakpo, Darwin, and Luis Diaz. I mean, how do you rate that? Because Liverpool fans look at it and say potentially one of the best attacks in Europe. How do you see that attack?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Liverpool fans are very deluded at times. Yeah, that attack is not better than Man City's. That attack is not better than Arsenal's. So there's 2 teams that are better up front. And you can add Diaz and Jota into that as well. Is it better than Arsenal with Jesus? You could even throw Eddie in, and I don't rate Eddie one bit. Jesus, Eddie, yeah, Saka, Martinelli, and Odegaard. Is that better than Liverpool's? All day long it is. All day long it is. Mate, just the fact that Nunez is there, yeah, totally ruins that front line, no matter who's playing left or right. It totally ruins it because the guy is so clumsy on the football, Terry. Yeah, and yes, he makes the good runs. And then you think, okay, you're clean through on goal now, mate. Bury it. And he'll scuff it 10 yards wide. How many times have we seen him do that, Terry? If Jesus had the chances that guy's getting, Liverpool would be top of the table. Yeah, and Jesus ain't even that clinical. Do you know what I'm saying? If Haaland had the chances that this guy's getting and missing, they'd be top of the table. Yeah, and Haaland's burying like quarter chances. If he's having one-on-ones like Nunez had, even against City, he had 4 one-on-ones in that game, Terry. Yeah, and spanked them all wide. Like, come on, that is not the answer, mate. If they went and got a better striker, then you could say, okay, cool, they'll score more goals. If you watch them, the only way they look like they're scoring is if Trent's whipping a ball into the box at the minute. That's it.
Listen, Liverpool are in a bad situation right now. There's no doubt about it. And defensively, they look a mess. And I know it's been confirmed today that Van Dijk's now going to be out injured. They're not too sure of the severity of it yet. But I kind of look at Van Dijk, and I think him being out might be a good thing for them because he's been awful at the back. They just look a mess right now. And it's going to take time to fix them. And this news today of Matheus Nunez, like since Michael Edwards has left, and I keep telling people this, you can create Fergie-like eras at clubs. It's more about, a lot of it's about the director of football as much as it is the manager. It's that combination because the old-fashioned managers did both those jobs. Now they're like split between 2. Since Michael Edwards left Liverpool, like their transfer business hasn't been as good. They haven't been as decisive. They've let good players slip through their fingers. You know, they've bought players in that maybe they didn't really need. And then you've got Matheus Nunez. They could have got him for 30-odd million in the summer of 2022. They're going to pay 20-odd million pounds more on top of that this time round. It's really strange to me the way they're operating right now. And you look at their season now, they're 7 points off the top 4. I don't want to write them off just yet because they do have one of the best managers in the world. They've been there, done it, and worn the t-shirt. And they have got the capabilities because they've done it before of winning 8, 9, 10 games on the bounce. And that could be a huge difference for them in the second half of the season. But the fact it looks like they're going to add no midfielders and no new defenders in January, I'm almost at a point where I'm going to write them off of top 4, and that's not because I
Yeah,
dislike them.
100%, Terry.
I
But like, I'm
don't
not going
see
to
how
write
they
them off
improve in those
completely.
areas.
I'm not going to write them off completely for top 4, but it's Liverpool Football Club. This lot have been competing for titles for 4 or 5 years now, and now it's well, if they get a couple of players in, they can get top 4. Is that how far they've fallen? Just like that? Like, is that the reality of it? But Liverpool fans won't see it as that. They'll just see it as, oh, well, we've had a bit of bad luck. You know, Van Dijk's injured again, and this player's it. Mate, they're playing Oxlade-Chamberlain on the wing. Oxlade-Chamberlain shouldn't even be there. Milner shouldn't be there. Milner's nearly 40. Like, come on. Like, Terry, they needed Naby Keita's not wanted to be there since he got there, and he's still there. Like, they needed midfielders in the summer, and they're going out buying attackers.
Well, the thing is,
what is going on at that football club is like the beginning of the end. Like, it's the same as when Wenger, when we played Liverpool and got spanked at Anfield. Yeah, I think it was the final season of Wenger. I may be wrong. I think, or was it the first? Whatever, right? And we were going out selling defenders when we needed defenders. Yeah, they're going out there buying attackers when they need midfielders and defenders. There is no plan at that football club at all. And the ownership of that football club, are just, cool, they're looking to sell it. Terry, Man United will have more people want to buy it than Liverpool.
Oh, we already do. We already do.
Exactly. So what's the draw to buy Liverpool?
Look, I think there is a draw, and I think they will get owners. We'll see what happens with them, but they need new owners, and I think they need new owners quickly. Question for you then, as you don't rate them. Quick fire question.
Yeah.
Will Liverpool finish in front of? Name the teams, and you'll say yes or no. It's a little game for us now. And viewers, I want your participation on this. First of all, hit the like button right now. Let's get the stream past 1,000 likes. I've still got Mudryk news to discuss, Enzo news, Chelsea, where Arsenal robbed last night, and much, much more. But quick fire question. Will Liverpool finish in front of Chelsea?
No.
Wow, that's a big one. They won't finish in front of Chelsea. Okay. Will Liverpool finish in front of Tottenham?
Yes.
Okay, Tottenham dropping like a stone. I like that. Will Liverpool finish in front of Newcastle?
No.
Oh. Will Liverpool finish in front of Manchester United?
No.
I like this. I'm not even going to say City or Arsenal because we know that's going to be a no. We know it's going to be a no. So where are you putting Liverpool then? About 6th, 7th?
Yeah. Yeah, Tottenham and Liverpool around 6th and 7th. Yeah, about 6th and 7th. They ain't finishing above Newcastle. I think Chelsea will get above. Yeah, I think Chelsea will get above Liverpool. Chelsea, if they beat City, which is their game in hand over Liverpool, they're level with Liverpool.
Yeah, true.
And Chelsea have been crap all season. They ain't scored hardly any goals. I think Erling Haaland has scored more league goals than Chelsea.
Yeah, Haaland's just
that's mad. But
crazy.
If they beat City tomorrow, all of a sudden they're level with Liverpool. And the difference is Chelsea can go and throw a load of cash at it. Liverpool can't.
Yeah, well, they can't right now. They can't right now. That is for sure.